Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have something new for you guys. This is Raspberry Pi 4. The idea here is to convert this Raspberry Pi 4 into something similar to ASI Air. As you know, it is very popular equipment in astrophotography to control your astronomy equipment or your astrophotography equipment remotely through your mobile, and it also helps you take pictures and do many more stuff. So I'll be doing a soon DIY video on how to convert this Raspberry Pi 4 into something similar which can be used with other modules as well. As you know, ASI Air is only compatible today with ZWO cameras only. So when I convert this and when I do this DIY video, I'll be making this compatible with all the cameras possible. Today on my channel, I'll be doing unboxing for this Raspberry Pi 4. Before we start that, if you are new to my channel and not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get the notifications for all my new videos. Let's get started. Alright, so this is the packing in which you get the Raspberry Pi 4. As you can see on the top, there is a label which has some of the instructions that I'll go through. And there is nothing more on this packaging. This is a transparent packaging that you get. On the top of the packaging, you can see this is the packaging done by Verlos. This is Raspberry Pi 4 8GB model. This is the basic kit that comes along with micro HDMI to a full HDMI adapter, along with the power adapter, heatsink, and an aluminum case along with it. And it also contains a neoprene case to keep your Raspberry Pi safe. Alright, so I think that is all that is there on top of this packaging. Let's open it and see what's inside. Alright, so this is the first thing that you get. This is your micro HDMI to standard HDMI adapter. This is your Raspberry Pi itself. This is your Raspberry Pi power adapter. This is your Raspberry Pi case. This is the neoprene cover to keep your Raspberry Pi when not using. And in the last, you get the user manual, Raspberry Pi quick starter guide that comes along with it. So that is all what you have in the package. Let's open one by one. So you see, this is an updated version of Raspberry Pi 4. So this is second edition Raspberry Pi 4 quick starter guide created by Verlos. So if you want, you can go through this technical instructions which are present inside on how to start with your Raspberry Pi. If you are new to Raspberry Pi, you can read this manual to get more information on it. So for now, I am not going to go through it. I'll keep this aside. Next thing is your micro HDMI to standard HDMI adapter. As you know, Raspberry Pi comes with a display support, which is done by high-speed HDMI cable, and it can support up to two 4K screens. So, but the port on Raspberry Pi is micro HDMI. So in this package, you get micro HDMI to full HDMI adapter that comes along with it, so that you can connect any generic or any large screen that supports HDMI input. So I'll keep this aside as well. Let's open the case. So this is the neoprene case that comes along with it. It has two pouches. These are for keeping your accessories or power adapter. And the bigger one inside, as you can see, has enough space. This will keep your main Raspberry Pi along with its case. So this is a nice sturdy case, and it has cushion inbuilt, so it will protect your Raspberry Pi from scratches and damage and store it safely. Alright, now let's open the power adapter. This is USB-C 5.1 volt 3 ampere power adapter. So this is the latest version of Raspberry Pi 4. So this has a USB-C power supply. So and it can support an higher power rating as well. So as you can see on the top, it was a 5.1 volt 3 ampere. So this model can support a higher power, and it can be used to power heavier equipments as well. So as you can see, this power adapter comes with the switch as well. So this is an on-off toggle switch on the cable, and on the top you see this is USB-C port. On the power adapter rating, it says Verlos power adapter. It is switching adapter. Input volt is 100 to 240 volt, and output will be 5.1 volt and 3000 milliampere, which is equivalent to 3 ampere. So let's keep this aside as well. Now let's open the case. So this is an aluminum case that comes along with it. It also has an inbuilt fan, and along with this one also comes the heat sink. So this is the case, how it looks like. So let's open it. You can see here the cutting is there for the fan to keep the Raspberry Pi processor cool. So as you can see, fan is already bolted on or screwed on the top side of the Raspberry Pi case. It also contains an Allen wrench. This also contains two small heat sinks to keep your processor cool and your RAM cool. As you know, whenever the processor gets heated up, it gives suboptimal performance. So it has an aluminum grated heat sinks that you can use to keep your Raspberry Pi cool, along with the fan that will throw out the hot air outside and keep your Raspberry Pi cool to give an optimal performance. This is the rubber pad that comes along with it, along with some screws to close this Raspberry Pi box. And then you have an instruction manual that comes along with Raspberry Pi Verlos card. So I'll keep the card aside. This is the Raspberry Pi aluminum case assembling instructions. So if you want, you can go through it. I'll keep this instruction manual aside as well. And now this is the base of the case that comes along with it. So you can see you have two screws that will hold the Raspberry Pi if you want to mount on anything. It also has a ventilation at the back. This is aluminum case, and it has cuts for all the IO ports, and also there is a cut for micro SD card that will be used in the Raspberry Pi. So as you can see, the case perfectly fits in. So whenever you bolt in the case, this is how it's going to look like. Alright, so let's keep this aside and let's go on to the main Raspberry Pi chip. So this comes in this nice box, as you can see on the top. It is called Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. This is the latest version, and it has highest RAM possible. This is 8 GB RAM. Raspberry Pi 4 is also available in two other variants, which is 2 GB and 4 GB RAM. So the latest Raspberry Pi 4 model offers a breakthrough increase in the processor speed, multimedia performance, connectivity. The performance of this desktop model is compatible to an entry-level x86 PC system. So this is what is there on the top. On the side there is just the labeling, right? So behind the box, as you can see, you get the Raspberry Pi specifications. So this is 64-bit quad-core Cortex-A72 processor with 8 GB of DDR4 RAM, 2 micro HDMI port to connect your display, 2 USB 3.0 port, 2 USB 2.0 port, a gigabyte Ethernet, dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, PoE capable, and it has a power supply intake of 5 volt 3 ampere through USB-C power supply. So this is what we have here. Right, so that is all I think there on the box. Let's open the box and see what's inside. So inside the box, as you can see, this is the Raspberry Pi motherboard itself. So let's keep the board aside and see what's more inside. So I think this is the Raspberry Pi handling instructions. If you want, you can go through it. For now, I'll keep it aside. There is a user manual as well. So this is safety instruction and user guide. If you want, you can go through this documentation if this is first time for you. If not, I'll be keeping this aside for now. So there is nothing more in the box, so I'll keep the box aside. Let's look at the motherboard itself. So this motherboard looks very similar to the older version, but there are few changes, as you could notice. So since this is an 8 GB version, so this is the chip for the RAM. So 8 GB version will have a serial number of D9ZCL. So if you have this serial number, this is how you know this is an 8 GB version. So there are two more versions for Raspberry Pi 4 available in the market, which is 2 GB and 4 GB. So this is an 8 GB version. So this has this serial number. If it has something else, this is not the 8 GB version. So this is how you know this is the right motherboard or not. As per the port goes, these are the IO pins that you have. This is your PoE port. This is your on-chip display. This is your on-chip camera port. This is your USB-C power supply. which your adapters connects to. These are two micro HDMI ports. This is audio port. This is 3.5mm jack that it supports. On this side you have a gigabyte Ethernet, and then you have high-speed USB 3.0 ports. These are two ports, as you can see, and then there are two ports more. These are USB 2. As you can see, these are blue color ports, so these are USB 3.0. These are black color ports, so USB 2.0. So this is your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module which is present here. At the back you have only one port which is usable, which is your micro SD card slot. This is the place where you put your micro SD card. So I think that is all how the board looks like. I will do a separate video on how to assemble this into this box and connect your heat sinks and boot it up. So for now, this is what I have for unboxing of Raspberry Pi 4 8GB version. So there are many DIY projects available on YouTube for doing various projects using this Raspberry Pi board. For now, I am going to use this to make an astrophotography controller similar to ZWO ASI Air to control my astrophotography rig and also connect my cameras to capture the photos. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section. I will try and answer as soon as possible. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get the notifications for all my new videos. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching, and clear skies.